Hello, if you are seeing this, I have not played Geometry Dash in about a year and a half, or actually not that much, about a year and 3 months. And I'm going to tell you why I quit after playing for 9 years. First of all, I want to say that my decision of making this video, I've tried this video like 4 other times, and one was like 7 months ago, one was like 5 months ago, and I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna make a video. There's no script for this. I tried writing a script and then I deleted it because it was bad. I'm just gonna make a video. I'm just gonna say the way. I just want to get this out of the way. That I feel like my reason for quitting GD is keeps on changing, or maybe like the validity of it. So before I yap any further, I just wanted to say that the reason why I quit after playing it for 9 years. This was kind of a happenstance of 2.2 coming out, and then it was like it was like I'd been given a fresh new pair of glasses or a fresh new pair of eyes to just kind of see the game through, and then I was like, damn. I kind of like maxed myself out in a way, and I didn't realize that until after 2.2 came out. Like, I bet if 2.2 still wasn't out, I'd still be playing to this day. But then it came out, and then there was platformer levels, so many things to do in the editor, and it was everything. And at first it was overwhelming, and then it was kind of like, you know what? I kind of did my imagine it like a piece of wood. You light it on fire and it burns, and then it fizzles out and turns to ash. It's kind of how I feel about Geometry Dash in the same way. Is that, you know, the wood was burning and it burnt for 9 years, and it was actually more like 8.5 years because it's kind of a weird timeline, but it burnt, and eventually it turned to ash like everything else does. So I'm not just thinking of this because I'm looking at a Dark Souls 3 background, but leave a like if you get the reference. At first, when I quit Geometry Dash, is because I went on this vacation where I hadn't touched my PC in like 8 or 9 days, and that's not that long. But then I came back and I was like, I'm gonna just see how long I can not play this game anymore. Because then, what was happening back when I first quit is that I would get on the game and I would do something, like I would die like 1,000 times on Slaughterhouse or something real quick, or I would go and make like this pointless level that I was never going to upload to my channel, or make like 5 seconds of gameplay that I just had into my head and then never touched it again. Like everything was becoming super unproductive and pointless, and it became a matter of, okay, I'm feeding back into the habit. It worked more like it felt more like an addiction and a habit than it was just having fun. And so, in the way that the fun stopped, that's kind of where the fire stopped burning. I think my time on this game is done. Which it is a somber feeling. It's definitely sentimental about it. I still think about it really often. I still hear a lot of music that comes on. I'm like, dang, that could have made a really good level, you know. I probably won't break away from that thought, that mindset for another few years now, just because it was so integral. And like, oh, here's the song, I want to see if I really like the song, so I'm going to see if I can incorporate it in Geometry Dash or something. But the reverse of that is that I feel like my taste in music has expanded more too, because I'm not trying to line the song up with a level anymore. Like there's I don't know, just have a wider scape of music instead of just Geometry Dash music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, in technicality, you can put any song with Geometry Dash, right? But I feel like if for my type of gameplay style and what I wanted to create, the song had some requirements of like, okay, it needs to be really bouncy, it needs to be really hyper, it needs, you know, XYZ. And because I was always looking for songs like that, I listened to almost like no other music. It was very rare, at least. I think the only other music that I had on my playlist at the time was like the Doom soundtrack or something. If you can kind of combine like the multitudinous amount of reasons that I just gave you for my absence. It's one, because I feel like I maxed myself out in terms of the game and the gameplay and stuff. Two, which is the original reason I quit, because I felt like it was just becoming a bad habit instead of something I enjoyed playing. I wasn't feeling the enjoyment anymore, essentially. And then three, I needed to expand elsewhere, and the whole music iteration was kind of an example of that, and getting a different taste in music. Now I feel like I'm expanding and branching off in different ways in my life. I mean, when you really love something and you do it for 9 years, and especially like when you're a kid through the whole thing, then I mean it really becomes integral for a while, and it was kind of weird just suddenly not playing anymore. Eventually, I feel like I've gotten to the point where I'm used to it, and I don't think I won't be making a return, at least in this decade, probably. I'll see you in 2032 or something, right? Because I mean, I'm one of my traits as a person always has been that I'm pretty sentimental about things, um, and so sometime in the future when I'm married, or even if I have kids or something like that, then I'll probably return to it for like an hour one day and be like, you know what, that's a whole lot of shit that's been happening. It's just been crazy. Like sometimes, I mean, even to this day, it's hard not to think about it, that like, man, that whole thing like just happened. That was like, oh, that was a whole era. I've been subsiding on Souls likes, and I love Dark Souls and Elden Ring and all that good stuff. It feels good though. I feel like I can kind of find my path and move on. I swear, I feel like it was like a career from my childhood. I feel like it checks the boxes of it too, because I was profiting off of it. Eventually, I just got. Now, this was kind of through the use of shit posting, but also like, I feel like I was pretty happy with the success of my layouts. I wanted to be known solely for my layouts, but I mean, shit posting in the 15-second videos, like, those will always get leagues more views. In terms of the people who knew me for my layouts and the gameplay that I created, because I felt like that was the focal point of me. It wasn't the player that I was being able to beat list demons. It wasn't anything like that. It was I'm really good at making gameplay. At least I thought I was. Sometimes I see another person's layout come out, like Manny Heffley, and his gameplay is just insane. His levels are so cool, and I love that gameplay style. And I'm like, damn, I'm not saying that I was ever the top gameplay creator either. I don't think I ever thought that at one point, but I definitely thought that I was pretty good. Okay, so I'm in the middle of editing this, and I thought I would clarify that I feel subjected to that opinion because I didn't really get that many like negative comments on my gameplay videos very often at all. Of course, you had the few that are out there, you can go and find them, but it wasn't nearly enough. Like, the support on my gameplay layouts were just so overwhelming, and that's kind of how I find the community as well, is that the G community is inherently really positive and supportive about, at least in my experience with uploading those gameplay videos. So I just thought I would add that. So I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the video, but I came upon the decision to just record and say a bunch of stuff, because my whole day today has been kind of like fuck ass crazy, and I don't know, it's just been so chaotic. And I was like, I got on here and I was like, maybe I can upload one more public video. That's another thing that I want to be saying in this video as well, is that I've been uploading a lot of unlisted videos, and the reason why they're unlisted is because they have nothing to do with Geometry Dash. It's like a boss in Elden Ring, or like a no hit, because I've been kind of, how do you want to say it, like I get egotistical about my skills on some boss fights and how well I know the movesets, and so sometimes I make it a challenge to no hit them, and I did that with Slave Knight Gale from Dark Souls 3, and I did that with Promised Consort Dawn on the Elden Ring DLC. I've no hit those two bosses But those videos are unlisted because, you know, they're not fucking Geometry Dash videos, and Geometry Dash players, I assume, aren't going to know anything of what I just said. I just find that there's no point to make them public. And, you know, perhaps I could keep uploading public videos and like take my channel in a different direction, but I just didn't see that. Like, I just didn't see a vision for it. It was, I don't know, like, I feel like coming to the end of my Geometry Dash path is also coming to the end of my channel path. Like, now I'm just uploading private stuff to archive it, you know, and I share it with a few people. I'm like, hey, look what I did, and you know, it's fun. I think the craziest part about quitting Geometry Dash is that I'm still so sentimental about it. Like, I can't believe I played that game for 9 years straight. I have so many hours, and I have so much playtime, and you know, if you watch this video, I probably edited the hours and the last time that I played it and stuff. Like, I probably put that in there somewhere, but I think I just kind of stopped. And for a bunch of valid reasons, though. Like, there were some more things that I could have done. There were some things that I could have left off with, but at the end of the day, I think it was just better for me to not do it anymore, you know? Even if I wasn't as successful as other players, it was just like, it was a passion that just like, just so suddenly became not a passion anymore. It's so weird. I don't know if I'll ever not think about that, you know? I could retire, like, I don't know, 50 years from now from whatever I do, and it'll be the same way that, like, oh yeah, the first time I experienced this feeling was with Geometry Dash. I hope it's not like that. That'd be really corny in a bad way. I just wanted to come on here and say this. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, but now I feel like I'm in the position to make it an official goodbye from this community and everything, and step away. You know, across the 9 years that I had on Geometry Dash, I think it was my happiest experience playing the video game. I don't even know how many people are watching this, but thank you all, Geometry Dash players, for making something incredible, and thank you, Rob Top. I mean, I guess for the last time, I'm signing off. I hope y'all keep crushing it in everything that you do with that game. It's been fun. Thank you very much.